Hello there. Now, some of you may not know that I am the Punch and Judy Man. And today, the day you're watching this, the day this is released, the 9th of May, is Mr. Punch's birthday. He was first seen by Samuel Pepys in 1662 in Covent Garden, and there's usually a big party, but because of COVID, that's not possible. Who is Mr. Punch, I hear you ask? Come up here.
Oh, it's a way to do it. Well.
Would you have a conversation with him? I'm going mad. Now, what you're about to watch is some behind the scenes of being a professor. So let's see this theatre being set up with a little behind the scenes tour.
Oh!
So this is the Punch and Judy setup. Not set up, it's down at the moment, but this is the whole setup. That's not including PA system or anything. Let me just go through it. Let me just lower you down so you can see. But let me just show you if my camera lead can go. My microphone lead. Is it going to do it? Yeah, it will. Right, so these two are the main frame. So that's the frame of the theatre. And I'm going to go this way. This is all like the surrounding. There's a few additional bits in there, the house and stuff. And in the red suitcase these are the puppets. That's where all the puppets and the props and everything goes to put the show together. And inside that, what is in there? Oh yes, it's the stool which I sit on inside the theatre. So that is the theatre. I'm very proud of it. I absolutely love it. It's my favourite theatre. And if you look up the top where it says established 2003, 2003 is when I started as a Punch and Judy performer. My very first gig was at a school fair, and I still perform at the school fair. I performed at a school fair. My show is very different. It was in a lot smaller theatre. In fact, I have actually got a photo of the very first show. I'll put it here. Here it is, my very first show. And I still own that theatre. I've no word of a lie. It's all, I don't own every single part of it, so I won't be able to show you it because it's basically in pieces, kind of. I look back at it and I look back at that show very fondly. The show has changed because I've used different puppets. I still own some of the puppets. I think one of the puppets is literally in bits. They're all up in my loft in my keepsake, so I won't be getting them out because they're very old. But the show has changed and I love my setup now, I really do. Look at it. Come on, it was owned by a performer called Jeffrey Gould. He retired and I inherited, is that the right word? The Punch and Judy, his Punch and Judy Theatre. It said originally established 1958, which is when he started, so that changed. It's customised to me. And like I said, it's my favourite theatre. I just need to put the puppets inside and then I'll give you a quick round-the-clock tour of the theatre because there's some behind-the-scenes stuff I want to show you, some cool stuff. Oh, hey there. I've always wanted to do that, but welcome inside. This is my theatre. This is the theatre. So here we are inside my theatre. Hello. So up there is the workstation. Sorry, you're looking directly into the light, but that's what I see. This is all I see. So yes, I do sit down. Now there are Punch and Judy performers who look through the backdrop. Now I can't look through the backdrop with this one because it's not see-through, so it wouldn't be possible. I used to, I don't now. I sit down now because, well, age really. I can't say age, it just exhausted me. I'm very tall, so I was very hunched in my old theatre. I was like, but don't want to be hunched anymore. And this one I could convert it if I wanted to, but I don't really want to mess with this because I love it so much. But anyway, let me give you a quick swirling tour around the theatre. So here is on the left is all the cast, the main cast, apart from Mr. Punch, who is over here. On the right, that's Mr. Punch. So, casts on the left, we've got the Doctor here, Dr. Duck. They call him Dr. Duck because he's a bit of an old quack. He does need a repaint, doesn't he? He was due to be sent off for a repaint, but DHL were a pain, so I have to sort something else out. So I have to wait till everything calms down a bit. We've also got down here the Beadle. Now, a Beadle is an old-fashioned policeman. We have the Crocodile. We have Judy. Now Judy looks very different to Mr. Punch. The reason is the Judy I had, it's made by a different maker, that's the main one. The Judy I had, which I'll show you in a second, got a bit old, so I had to replace it very quickly. This one I believe was made by just like an arts person. Could do with a bit of a repaint. So I do intend on getting a new Judy soon. So yeah, for Punch and Judy Man asking. So here's Joey. Joey is the oldest actual puppet in the show. The oldest puppet, will go onto the shelf now, is actually this baby. Here he is. This baby is the oldest puppet in the show, which I think is hilarious. Just no one else does, but I tend to find other things that people don't find hilarious, which is great when you work in comedy. And here's the other baby. This was actually an old puppet. This was actually my Joey the Clown for a little while, in my early days. But then it became my baby, because it looked a bit more like a baby other than this one, which also did. But I wanted two babies as a spare. This one is falling to pieces, because he's my main one. He's the main one I use these days. I don't use that one that often because, like I said, it's very old. It's made of latex, and latex doesn't go. That's why the other Judy went. Anyway, moving on. So this is the spare puppets. These are the extra puppets, the puppets that don't appear in every show. So we have Mr. Giraffe, this Mr. Longneck. His neck gets longer. We have Dog Toby. I don't use him in every show. He basically is the warm-up man. So while the audience comes down, he comes and talks to the audience. I don't use him that often these days. There's the devil. Good old devil. I painted his teeth green, as a fact, because his teeth weren't painted. I painted them white originally, and they look really goofy. And didn't look really scary at all. And yeah, then I got this one, which is my ghost, which before you ask, yes, it is a Halloween decoration. Now I promised I'd show you some of my older puppets. Said I'd show you my old Judy. Here is my old Judy, and she is very tight. You can sort of, I don't know if you can see latex gets old very quickly. It shrinks, and so you can sort of see, I don't know if you can see that, I don't know if it's focusing or not, it's sort of crackling. It doesn't look that good, so I stopped using it because I didn't want to not use it so much that it'd wreck it, because she's now my spare. That's why she's still in the suitcase. I wanted to show you a couple of things in the world of Punch and Judy. This is a slapstick. It's where slapstick comedy comes from. Keystone Cops, Tom and Jerry, Laurel and Hardy, all of them. It's a slapstick. It's a piece of wood, like that, and when it's hit, it makes a noise. So when Mr. Punch hits someone, not me, when Mr. Punch hits someone, it makes a slapping sound, so it doesn't actually hurt. So, slapstick comedy. And one Punch and Judy Man once said, Mr. Punch no longer encourages violence, and Goldilocks encourages squatting. Now, I asked a load of Punch and Judy performers for some things and topics to talk about for this video, so I'm going to get them up now. I've written them all down. So thank you to everyone who asked those questions. Here we go. Okay, what made me start has been asked. I started when I watched the Weymouth Punch and Judy performer, Guy Higgins and Mark Poulton. They're absolutely inspirations to me. Now, I have met Mark, and I've even bottled at Weymouth, and it was absolutely a great experience. It was great fun. So big shout out to the Weymouth Punch and Judy performer. Go look him up. He's really, really cool. Very funny guy. How you got everything together when you decided to start? I didn't. It's taken me years to put this together. Mr. Punch, I bought him in 2015. The person who asked this, Mareka, actually made this Mr. Punch back in 2015. And look at him. He's due for a repaint, but it's his first repaint in, we're 2021 now, so that's 6 years. Joey the Clown, Joey the Clown here, he is due for a repaint, and he does need a little bit more of a repaint, but he was bought in 2013. So it just shows how well made these puppies are. Thank you very much. Clear off. Here's a fact for you. Mr. Punch, come down here. The prison. Go in the prison. Model the prison for us. The prison scene I did in my very early show, and I was so happy when I was able to bring it back, because I love the prison scene. It's my favourite scene in the show. There's another little thing for you. Get up there. Right. What's my show like now? Well, it's in a new theatre. I used to throw the baby down the stairs. Now it goes out the window, because I've got a window. So you would, wouldn't you? People want me to talk about the Swazzle now. What is the Swazzle? Do you know what the Swazzle is?
Do.
It's the thing that makes Mr. Punch's voice. Now, it is a trade secret with all Punch and Judy performers, so I can't really discuss it, but it takes a lot of skills to make, and I urge you to go to Miraca's World of Puppets, because she has some videos on the Swazzle, so go there. So, that is the world of a Punch and Judy performer. I do hope you found this interesting. If you didn't, don't blame me. I'm kidding. So, I'm going to go, because my din-dins is ready. So is yours. What's for dinner?
Sausages.
Sausages?
Yes.
It isn't for me. I've got a roast dinner.
With sausages?
Not with sausages, no. Just go away. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. See you soon. And, a word from Mr. Punch.
Oh, that's the way to do it. Row.